Guys, we just got to Punta Cana from Santo Domingo. This is a really quick disclaimer. The video you're about to watch is actually my day 2 of being in the DR in Santo Domingo. What's happened is the day 1 was so action-packed with so much information. The files are just far too large, and my editor, great guy, has been struggling to download all of it in one go. So you're gonna see day 1 tomorrow, and on the playlists I'll have it in chronological order. So if you're watching chronological order in like a week or so, ignore this message. But again, what you're about to watch is day 2, and then tomorrow you'll be able to see day 1 because the adventures are just so action-packed. From the beautiful Santo Domingo. Look at this hotel, gorgeous. Another day of adventure. We're already a little bit late. Or a guy from the administrative tourism is waiting for me in the lobby, so we gotta go find him. So this is the National Pantheon. I featured this yesterday and I had no idea what I was looking at. It was supposed to be on our itinerary, but we kind of missed it. Amazing. And this building is about 500-600 years old, dating back to like 1523, 1530, something like that.
First of all, this is a huge monument that is very interesting for the history of our heroes, the remains of our heroes. The government spread and restored this in honor to all those important people that passed away in the Dominican Republic.
This is the National Pantheon. They've got, let's see, straight cross, and they've got some very important people buried here. Well, not buried, laid to rest, and it tells the history of the DR. So this is what we look like inside. We've got our National Marines. Phenomenal. All right. So this tomb here is the father of modern education in the DR, right there. These tombs here, this is the tomb of the woman who established the first all-female school in the DR, Salome Henriquez. I'm gonna butcher that pronunciation. This fire here never goes out, and it represents the eternal flame of all the people who contributed towards the development of the DR and who are buried or are laid to rest in the Pantheon here. A fun fact about this amazing fresco at the top here. With the fresco, it was made by this painter here, and Raphael Felicier. Again, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation. He was brought by the dictator at the time, or the ruler at the time, to paint this amazing thing and he's brought from Spain, and he painted it, and they were friends. And right as soon as he finished, the leader who had brought his friend down killed him, so he couldn't paint anymore. You know, one and done. Ruthless. Before we go, let's take a moment to just appreciate all the stonework of this place. Oh, sorry, I forgot. This chandelier here was sent as a gift, I think again from the King of Spain, and all these lights around the edge of it are monks holding the light forward. That is my very quick, probably butchered but semi-accurate telling of the history of the Pantheon of Heroes in the beautiful Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Let me show you something extra cool. So you think Starbuck Market, you know, big market is old, but watch this. This is a sundial from what year? 1750?
1753.
So what would happen, I don't know if you could see it from here, the lighting is not that great. You have these fins and they have cuts in the block. So as the sun comes in, it'll cast a shadow and tell you exactly what time it is. And that was super important because this was the first royal audience of the Spanish government dating back to the 1500s in DR. So they'd come, look out the window, peep and see what time it is, and then they go along the day. No batteries, no power, no nothing needed, just sunlight, which we have sparingly right now. And talking about heritage sites, check this out. This is the first gate, or the first entrance into the city of Santo Domingo, dating back to 1540, 1540, Jesus. There you go. Right down there. It would have been through this gate that Sir Francis Drake, well, depending on which side of history you're on, privateer or the pirate, would have marched his troops in to take the city way back when. And he would have come straight up here and seen this fortress and seen these walls, just marched on through. But yeah, guys, the first entrance, the Gate of Santiago. The thing about trying to go off and do little features is you always get left behind by the group, so I gotta try and catch up. But I don't mind because the view is so pretty. So this boulevard down here is known as Gastronomy Boulevard because they have so many different restaurant options. And actually this one most notably, when Sir Francis Drake, the city, he lived here for a little while, very temporarily, and they've actually named it after him. The tribute, all the staff dressed as the pirate. There you go. Thank you very much. Very tastefully done. Very I don't want to say pirate themed, but very Spanish tropical. Cigars, relics, very probably expensive old rum. Oh, there's even more built into the back. It's still very early in the day, so again, it's 10 a.m. They've only just opened. But wow, this venue just keeps going and going and going. I like it. We're gonna have to come back here. And again, I'm going to keep asking this question the entire time that I'm here, but why can't we have nice things like this in Guyana? It just takes a little bit of imagination, you know. I'm certain there was people of history that we could build themes and stories and stuff around, but again, the creativity and the effort and and of course a well-equipped bar. Love to see it. Beers on tap. Local beers? Beers from here?
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, nice. And more little adventures of getting lost in side streets. Look at this. I could do this for a couple more days. All right, guys, we've just walked into the Santo Domingo Royal Shipyard Museum. Or many collections of things that have actually pulled out of the ocean around the island, around the DR. So we're here with Jesus, not Jesus, and he's gonna give us a walk through this already amazing museum. Oh, we're waiting. What ship is this?
Santa Maria.
Ah, the Santa Maria. Columbus's ship.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so Columbus's ship right there. These are all the other shipwrecks around the DR. The Santa Maria was 1492. So this is a cannon, small cannon. And another one right there, straight off the ship. Crazy. And which were gold? These are gold? Oh, those rings are gold. I know we say the world is a very small place these days, but take a look at this. This is like 500 years ago. This is the path that the explorers would have taken from Seville down to Cadiz, along through here, Santo Domingo, which is where we are now, La Habana, which is Havana, and then either they would go and stop in Mexico, walk across and take another ship and go to Manila, all the way in the Philippines. Fun fact, they speak a lot of Spanish out there, and there's a lot of Filipinos with Spanish last names. And then if they're going to go south to South America, they go down this route, go to Panama. Now remember, the Panama Canal hasn't been built yet, so they walk over that little stretch, and then they take another boat, the Callao, I probably pronounced that very badly, in Peru, and then I'm not even going to try and do that in Chile. And then I've got another thing. So if you want to make the world feel extra small, check this out. These are from the Ming Dynasty, and they were on a couple of the first ships around the year 1500. Chinese products have been making it to this part of the world, not in the last 10-15 years, but for at least 520. The legacy of getting it made in China and sent it across here didn't start recently. Long time in the works. Okay, so just confirm, this is a smelling experience. I click this button, I could smell wine, Brea, and that's what waterproofed the boat, and olive oil. Okay, so this button right here. I don't know if that smells like wine. Oh. Smells like wood. Oh, yep, that smells like charcoal. These two smell the same. Try that. That doesn't smell like wine. Not any wine that I've had recently. So this right here, that's not a telescope. That's a handy cannon. So this right there is the original Batman Glock. So there's a lot of things from a lot of ships here, but this is a 16th, 17th century soup pan. So they'd chuck everything in here and cook the soup to feed all the men on the ship. Crazy. I mean, you'd think it'd be round, right? But I guess maybe anyway, they got no. All right, so I got another smelling tube, but I followed for that trap already. Across this cart, the avocados, papaya, is that orange, tangerine, mango?
Fruit punch, fruit cocktail.
Ah, very nice.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Refreshing.
Good. So the store is full of local candies, but look, they got cassava bread as well. So 85 pesos, that's like 150 Ghana dollars. Very nice. But that's got coffee.
No,
No? Oh.
chocolate. You put tablet, you put in the hot water, put it, and they boil. And you have an actual chocolate.
What do you, if I was to get one, what do you recommend I get?
Love that one. Black sugar.
Okay. Sugar cake. Okay, we got that in Ghana.
That's it.
It's funny, the cultures are so different, but so similar as well. What is this? Just caramel?
This is milk.
That, like milk, we call it milk fudge.
Yeah, and this is with guava.
Yeah, but that's like a caramel, like it's softer, right? Or no?
No, it's guava.
Look, this is a really good idea. This is cassava bread and like a jam or like a Nutella style thing inside. A little snack on the go. Would you eat this if you saw this in Guyana, Chris? Cassava bread with something?
Quinces.
Huh?
Quinces.
Quinces? What's that? We have it in Guyana? I have never seen that. See, this is another cassava snack. Another thing we could maybe do in Guyana as well. Just like, well packaged, look good. And here's the name of the place. La Casa de los Dolces. The House of the Sweets. And you can really see it. Thank you. I feel like all we've been doing on this trip is eat. I'm telling you, I'm right on this one. There is something about the DR and building proper gyms in their hotels. This one is even better than the last. We got full dumbbells, multiple types of dumbbells with different grips, full kettlebell station, lat pull down, everything, benches, cables, of course. All right, so you don't have a squat rack, but you got a leg press, a rowing machine. This is a serious gym. Look, I'm telling you, I'd stay here. I would stay here just for this gym. And in that pool, ridiculous. There's something that DR is getting a lot of things right. Hotel gyms, I'm telling you, they're doing it different. We've just pulled up to the Blue Mall, and it is a full high-end mall right below a JW Marriott. So, entrance is right there. Look at this place. Woo! Okay, you know it's grand. Look at this Range Rover, brand new. I think you could win it. I don't know. More cafes. JW Marriott upstairs. All right, so we got a Ralph store. We got Michael Kors, Cartier, Montblanc, Le Octane. I don't know how to pronounce that. That's some nice looking pajamas. Is that pajamas? I don't know. I'm not very fashionable. I think we should just do an entire vlog of brands that I can't pronounce. That one. Oisho, whatever that is. Looks good though. This place literally has everything. We got a Haagen-Dazs as well. We've got whatever that is. We've got baby clothes. We got more baby clothes. There's a Rolex upstairs. I think it's almost time that I buy myself a Rolex, but maybe for my birthday, we'll see. Maybe I'll settle for a Haagen-Dazs this time. If you're in Guyana trying to figure out where to get a Nintendo Switch 2, just came out right here. All right, so Blue Mall was a very expensive mall. We've now come across town to the Agora Mall, which I believe is larger and has more of like a variety of like medium to high-end stuff. So for instance, there's a Payless shoes as you walk in, and then there's this boutique right here. Let's go explore. I need a shirt, I need some shoes. We're going to a fancy dinner tonight. I was looking at the stuff. I almost packed all my fancy stuff in Guyana. I thought, man, we can make it. Don't worry about it. Got one shirt that needs a good iron will be fine. And as it turns out, we're going to one of the top 3 restaurants in the country tonight. And I need shoes, because I was explicitly told that my shoes are a little too casual, you're not gonna let in. So, all right, mission. I have found the holy pantheon of discount shoes while on holiday. All right, there we go. So I'm thinking like something like this. I was thinking something along these lines, but these are a little too casual. But we do have a Payless in Guyana, so I could, in theory, get some there as well. All right, stay tuned. All right, I already like this mall even more. We got a Krispy Kreme. I got my shoes, a bag secured. Now I gotta look for Chris and Stacy. You know what they say, no man gets left behind? Apparently not if it's a Guyana, because I done get left. I'll find them. Guys, all right, we have to have a conversation, you and me. Let's go this way. I have no idea where my day went. We went adventuring, we saw all sorts of cool stuff. Hopefully today's vlog was fairly interesting. But honestly, the last couple of days I've just been completely content out. Oh man, we have seen so much. Santo Domingo is such a gorgeous, amazing city. You know what's fun? We just had dinner with the Guyana Chamber of Commerce in DR. I just couldn't help that, like, as I was sitting there just thinking, it's weird being on this side of the table. And by that I mean not that like we're on any sort of weird negotiating table, but you know, in Guyana we know, you know, we hear about BritCham and AmCham, you know, the American Chamber of Commerce, the Britain Chamber of Commerce. And it's just kind of funny being now in another country meeting the Guyana Chamber of Commerce, and you're like, hey, that's my country. Great people, had a great dinner. Business will be done. They invited me as a creator and left as potential business partner. It was a great time. Great time. When the DR first started getting brought up in conversations in Guyana, I personally was perplexed, and I'm sure the average person in Guyana was fairly perplexed as well. And we're like, why are we showing so much credence, so much attention? Like, oh, okay, cool, DR, the Spanish-speaking island. No. There's a reason why we need to pay attention and partner with these guys. This country has their together on an industrial, commercial, governmental, whatever. They got it going on. I get it now. I get why we want to partner on all sorts of levels. It's a great place, and you're gonna see more and more of it throughout these vlogs. Anyway, speaking of which, I gotta be up tomorrow morning. We're leaving this gorgeous hotel. We're going to Punta Cana. All right, thank you so much for viewing, liking, subscribing. It's you that makes the dream alive. It's you tuning in every day to check in on me and watch the adventures and contribute and comment, and I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. Thank you for showing so much love. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye.